Hello, my name is Elle and welcome to the weekly wrap up. This is where I share what I've been working on this week and you guys hop into the comments and share what you've been working on this week. It's a great way for us to get to know each other a little bit better and to share some wins. I go live on Wednesdays and Sundays at 7:30 Eastern time to do live cross stitching, and on Sunday we started stitching Kangaskhan. So if you would like to join in tonight, I'll be going live at 7:30 again. We're going to keep working on Kangaskhan. For my Patreon members, I have the October poll up on the site so that you can vote for which Pokemon you would like to see joining the library in October. They all sort of have a spooky theme to them, but you still have 25 options. You can vote for as many as you like, but make sure you head on over there and get your votes in because the poll only stays open for 1 week. I finished 3 books this week. The first book that I finished was Bindle Bruja by Desideria Mesa. I liked this book, but I felt like some of the sentence structure and the way that some of the things were phrased were a little bit confusing and misleading, and I had to read certain little sections or paragraphs a couple of times to understand what was happening. But other than that, I immensely enjoyed this book. The second book that I finished this week is The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel Kolk. This was my nonfiction book that I've been working on for months now, and I finally got through the rest of it. It's good. It's good. There is a reason that it is still a top seller in its category. There is a reason that it has stood the test of time. If you are dealing with some of your own inner trauma, healing, self-care type work, and you're looking to try and heal some of your wounds from the past, definitely recommend looking into it and giving it a try. Do look for some trigger warnings though. There were definitely some parts of it where he talks about people's specific traumas that you may need to skim over or it might not be the right book for you. Last night, I finished Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I was not super thrilled with this one. I'm going to keep reading it because her other series that I read, Court of Thorns and Roses, I kind of felt the same way about the first book in that series where I wasn't super impressed by it. But then the series got much better. So I'm hoping that that's also the case in this one. There was a lot of parallels, honestly, between Throne of Glass and Court of Thorns and Roses, to the point where it almost feels like she was cutting her teeth on Throne of Glass and then was honing her style and the types of stories she wants to tell when she got to A Court of Thorns and Roses, because I felt that that one was at least like better put together and structured. So I wasn't like overly thrilled with it, but I know that a lot of people talk about this series and really love it. So I am still going to keep reading and, give it a fair chance. I am still working on We Deserve Monuments. I am struggling with that one, not because of the book in any way, shape, or form, but because I am consuming it as an audiobook, and I struggle with audiobooks to the point where I actually may try to find a physical copy of this book and read the rest of it as a physical book, because that's how badly I struggle with audiobooks. This week I have been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, like a lot. I got a new Switch and my game didn't port over quite properly, so I ended up having to start my island over, so I am starting completely from scratch. So yeah, I have been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. So this came up earlier this week. I had never seen The Mummy, and I understand that that was a lot of people's bisexual awakening. I get it. I would also like to remind you that I was 9 when that movie came out. So I have remedied the situation. I actually sat down with Little Fish and we watched it together last night. I get it. That being said, I do have some weird qualms with the storyline in general, but I'm not going to get into that right now. And I would like to say that my bisexual awakening was 2003's Pirates of the Caribbean, because at that point I was actually 13, teenager and not a tiny child. Maybe I should watch Pirates of the Caribbean tomorrow. Hey babe, can we watch Pirates of the Caribbean tomorrow?